In Epistle of James chapter 1, we are taught to see trials through God's perspective. What feels like pressure is actually purpose. Trials test our faith, build perseverance, and lead us into spiritual maturity. But temptation follows a different path. Desire leads to sin and sin leads to death. This death is separation from God. Sin pulls us away, but even then, God's heart is not to lose us, but to restore us. He waits for us to turn back to Him. As we walk in faith, we do not live in isolation. We are surrounded by people with different values, and sometimes, they oppose us. They misunderstand us. They may even act against us. The pressure is real. It can slow us down and make the journey harder, but it cannot stop God's purpose. In Book of Nahum chapter 1, we see both the justice and mercy of God. God is slow to anger, but great in power. He is a refuge in times of trouble. He knows those who trust in Him. Then comes a powerful assurance, even if our enemies seem strong, and enemy is not always a person, but anything that troubles us, no matter how numerous or powerful they appear, God says, though they are many and strong, they will be cut down and pass away. Though I have afflicted you, I will afflict you no more. Nahum chapter 1 verse 12. The forces against us are temporary. The opposition we face has an end. God sets a limit to how far our enemies can go. At the same time, God speaks tenderly to His people. His words reveal His heart. Discipline is not permanent. Pain is not the final chapter. Restoration is coming. Even when God corrects His people, He never abandons them to destruction. In Nahum, God breaks the yoke of oppression. He delivers His people from bondage. He stands against those who rise against them. So even when it feels like the enemy is winning, God is already setting limits and preparing deliverance. In James chapter 1 verse 12, those who endure temptation will receive the crown of life. This reminds us, trials refine us. Temptation tests us. Endurance brings reward. And through it all, God is both, working within us through trials, fighting for us against opposition. No matter how strong your enemies look, no matter how heavy the pressure feels, no matter how far you think you've fallen, God has not let go of you. Your enemies are not permanent. Your struggles are not endless. Your failures are not final. Because the same God who allows testing is also the God who sets limits on your enemies and calls you back into His presence. So stand firm. Return quickly when you stumble. Trust deeply when life feels uncertain. Because in the end, your enemies will pass away, but you will stand, restored, crowned, and victorious with God. Amen.